5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here, also known as Professor Gadget, the Professor of Gadgetry. I got a gadget I'm going to tell you about.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Good morning, Jim. How are you?
Can we talk about it in public?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not one of those.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's a very
There
cool,
you go.
very cool gadget. So
Yeah,
how are you
those
doing?
others are cool
I'm good,
too.
thank you.
And have you had any trips lately? You go out a lot. You get around.
I do get around, but no, I've been trying to cut back on my trips. But the month of June is my convention month, so I'm going to be out most of June. I'm just trying to make sure I'm back on Fridays.
Do you ever go out of the country?
I do. I've been to Iceland, Denmark, Sweden.
Iceland.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I've been all over.
Oh wow.
Yeah, been all over. Trinidad about 10 times, Aruba about 13 times.
Are there any customs you have to be aware of? Like, are you supposed to bow instead of shake
I always
hands?
tell my daughters one thing: don't draw attention to yourself. You're a known tourist if you look around, if you take pictures. In other words, you're a mark.
Right.
So when you go, blend in with the people you're with. If you're going to walk down the street, walk down the street. Don't act, the fool. Don't kid up, because then you're liable to attract the wrong kind of person.
Robin and I went to an event. I don't want to name the country. Should I name the country?
Name the country.
Yeah, it was India. It was India.
All right.
We didn't go to India.
I was wondering, where was I?
But we went. No. We had a lady in here, and she was so sweet, and her husband, they were so nice. Anyway, they were Indian, and she was a dancer, and they invited us to the Ocala Civic Theater for an event, and we were the only non-Indians there, I think.
Yeah, we were.
And we were noticing that when they were drinking from cans, like a can of Coke, for example, or a can of Sprite, they didn't put the can to their lips. They held it up over their mouth and just poured it in.
Yeah.
And that looks so weird, dude. When you're standing out in the lobby and you watch a bunch of people.
They were all dressed up in suits, though.
Oh my gosh!
They were all
And so I
beautiful.
thought, well, now there's a custom I wouldn't have thought. You're not supposed to put your lips on a can.
Yeah.
Well, now, you know that when you buy canned soda or bottled soda or anything from a supermarket, you're supposed to wash the top.
I do. I always wipe it off.
Yes, we do hot soapy water when we first get them, and then throw them in the refrigerator, let's say,
Okay, but if you're not in a place where you can wash it,
right?
like at the theater,
Then you have to wipe it, yes.
so do you
with
pour
a
it over your
tissue.
face instead of?
No.
That's what they would do.
After that, I feel comfortable enough to put it to my lips. Plus, as ornery as I am after all these years, it's going to take a lot to hurt me.
Oh my gosh! The phone lines are open if you have a question about a gadget that you just bought or are thinking about buying, or you can't figure it out. You can call in and Jim will know the answer, or if you're not, he'll look it up for you and find out from one of his colleagues.
Yes.
So I have a gadget I want to tell you about.
All right.
Okay, now you know the mural we did.
Yes.
The mural was bought by a gentleman named Frank.
Yes.
And so, kind of as a way to thank him, we offered to publish. He's a writer, so
Yes.
we offered to work on him putting his book together, so it'll be published eventually. It'll probably
All right.
take a year or whatever. But anyway, so he was asking if there was a device, and maybe you can even add to this. But he was asking me if there was a device he could talk into that could convert speech to text. Now, I know you have it on your smartphone, but I looked it up. There's actually a device. It's called
Right.
have you heard of this?
I know that Franklin makes one.
Who does?
Franklin.
Franklin.
So, have you
Okay.
ever seen it where you're in a country and someone's speaking Spanish and you need a Spanish to English translation?
I've seen it
So
online.
it's a little small device the size of your cell phone, and you talk into it, or you type in the word and it converts it to English. Yeah.
Okay, this is spoken to text. Now, I know Joe does this all the time with text messaging.
Yep.
But this is a device called the Sendstone, and you wear it like a necklace, or you could clip it onto your collar.
Oh.
It's a little tiny thing, and it records up to 2 or 3 hours worth of spoken, and then it puts it all up into the cloud, and then somehow converts it into text. And I went to their website, sendstone.io. I don't know what IO stands
Now
for.
that's cool.
Sendstone, SENSTONE.io.
International operator, I think.
Is that what that means? It says, no hassle typing, no extra moves, simply speak. Take notes without a phone, always with you, always ready. And it filters out the external noises like cars and things like
And
that.
how much is this little device?
$110.
That's not
Oh.
too bad.
It's not too
I
bad.
could
yeah.
even afford that.
Yeah. So I just thought that was kind of cool.
It is cool. It's very cool.
Sandstone.
And it's actually attractive. So you would wear it as a necklace and nobody would even know.
Oh,
I mean,
So you could go into a place where, like, Kumi and Trump, and Kumi could have worn this in his pocket
right.
and
Well-
and recorded everything to the cloud
it's unisex.
In
then.
text.
in text. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's unisex, so men and women can wear it.
Oh.
Well, you tell me.
Right,
Let me
you
show you
look
what it
good
looks like.
in
You tell me.
necklace.
This
All
is
right.
this is what it looks like. There's the
Right.
girl wearing it. See? That's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a close up. Let me show you a close up right there. Oh, one guy's wearing it on his wrist like a watch.
Yeah. There you are.
Or like a tie tack. Anyway.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Oh, that's cool. I got to get one. I don't know what I'd say, but
You know what I'm saying. All right, so let's go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
This is Frank. I have a question.
Yes.
Can I hang my little red cross from it and without interfering?
It looks like you can. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a wooden cross.
Yes.
It looks like you can. Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to.
That's what I needed to know.
If you can get online, Frank.
Thank you, Larry.
If you can go online, go to sendstone.io. That's where I'm finding it. I don't know if he's listening.
So send SEND
No D. SEN.
and then stone.
So SENSTONE. SENSTONE. Like sense tone. Like it senses your tone.
Right.
I just figured out the word. Okay. Sense tone, but without the E. Okay.
.io.
.io. Let me go back to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Morning, everybody. Mr. George.
Yes. Yes. Good morning.
My dear mother-in-law, who moved to Orlando here a couple of years back, when she moved down, she brought her old large tube TV set with her, and it finally has went kaput. So every time she has a problem, I always listen to her and try to help her. And this radio station has been very helpful, yourself in the automobile program and some of the other programs. Now she's shopping for a TV set, asked me what brand should she buy. Well, I'm telling when I go looking at TV sets, not for myself that I need one, but I go through that department, I see all kind of different names that I've never heard of before, and all different prices. Myself, I've always bought Sony for the last probably 30, 40 years. Never had one repair on a Sony TV set, but you don't see Sony much anymore, if at all. And now you got all these weird different TV names. What is your opinion? Would you shop for price and don't worry about what the name is, or what would you do?
Yeah, I would basically not only shop for price, but I would compare side by side. For instance, I went to Walmart this week and purchased a 32-inch TV for a head-in. A head-in is basically a room that has all the electronics in it, so I can see all the pictures before they go out into the public. And the 32-inch TV was $118 at Walmart, and it had built-in Roku. Roku's like a $50 software device, and then Sanyo was right next to it, and Samsung was next to that. But when you looked at all the pictures, including me manipulating the contrast and the brightness, this was a what brand name was it? I wish I could tell you right now. But anyway, it was really an off-brand name that I'd never heard of, like you're saying.
Right.
And the picture was great. And so the guy said, would you like to have the warranty on it? And I said, well, how much is the warranty? He said, well, for 2 years, $10. And if anything goes wrong, we'll replace it. I said, add it.
Yeah, $10.
Yeah.
I mean, can you believe that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So if you buy a 32-inch for $118 and you add that on with tax, it came to about $133. And God forbid something should happen in 2 years, throw it out and get another, because you can't repair these things. I guess you know that. They are made to throw away.
Right, exactly. Well, so in other words, I should tell the mother-in-law that go shopping and compare the picture and the price
And the size.
Buy the warranty,
Yep.
and you should be just fine.
Now, be careful about in-store warranty versus manufacturer's warranty. If you had bought an H.H. Gregg in-store warranty and they closed their stores, where's that warranty? But if you had bought Whirlpool items there and you had gotten a Whirlpool warranty, then you'd be covered. So just be careful.
So, in other words, what you're kind of saying is that no matter what the brand name is, the quality, it's not that important because you're going to be covered under a warranty, right?
That and the South Koreans have basically cornered the market for all TVs. You know, Samsung, Sanyo, Elemental, LG. They're all coming from Korea. So
What happened to Sony? You don't see them much anymore.
well, Japan and TVs have moved on. Sony's into bigger and better things. They're a massive conglomerate. You and I can't even count the number of things that Sony does.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. My experience with Sony is that they have a darn good product.
They are expensive, though. They're the top of the line.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
And we've got to take a little break. We'll be right back. If you have a question for Jim, you are invited to call. The number is 622-9622. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For Friday, looking at a shower or thunderstorm in spots during the afternoon, otherwise clouds and sunshine with a high of 83 to 86. Then Friday night, partly cloudy, low 69 to 74. On Saturday, humid with clouds and some sun, an afternoon thunderstorm in spots and a high of 85 to 88. On Sunday, very similar, humid with clouds and sun and an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, and a high of 84 to 88 degrees. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Evan Duffy.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Animus Foundation is the name of the Ocala-based nonprofit sanctuary dedicated to the rescue and rehabilitation of wild and domestic animals. Animus, plainly stated, needs your 100% tax-deductible donation, which will go directly to animal care. This sanctuary is run solely on donations. There are so many questions to answer. Please call 843-6379, and they will explain to you how these creatures that live among us are cared for. Please call 843-6379. Thank you.
The entire world watched. They watched each step down the rungs of that small ladder, one after another, and waited with great anticipation for that last step.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
At that moment, humanity saw the impossible become the possible. And today, the sky is not the limit. Achievement. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
An unexpected pregnancy can turn a young woman's life upside down. The House of One in Faith in Ocala gives these young women a place to live in privacy and comfort under the Christian care of counselors who will guide and protect both the woman and her unborn child. The House of One in Faith is confidential, loving, and free. For more information, call 352-687-8895.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
All right, 19 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here, and your phone calls are welcome. If you have a gadget or some kind of technology you have a question about, it's a good time to call. I love the fact that when there's a need and people ask, is there a way to do this, and a gadget that we didn't even know existed suddenly becomes something we're familiar with, like this little Sendstone thing. I think that's very cool. By the way, not associated with gadgets, but Joe just sent me an announcement that says the city of Ocala is excited to announce the near completion of the South Magnolia Avenue Mobility Improvement Project.
Which is?
South Magnolia, from Southeast Broadway to East Fort King Street, just that little stretch by...
the one that's all tore
by the
up.
movie theater.
Yep.
Will reopen to normal traffic patterns Monday, June 12th at 9 a.m.
That is good news.
Yeah. So
Well, good. It's about time.
You go down that road and you got detour
They
after
open.
detour after detour.
I know. They took so long to do it.
We have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Robin and Jim.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, Doug. Good morning.
I wanted to ask Jim about
the poles you put my antenna up.
Yes.
What I want to know is where I could get more poles like that.
Lowe's.
Lowe's.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put it like almost like MCC height, but not quite that high.
Mm-hmm. Well, Doug, if you're going to go higher than what you are now, you're going to have to guy it down. The wind will be too much for it, so you'd have to put some wires on it to hold it straight.
Did you hear him?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. All right. Well, there you go. Just go to Lowe's and get the pole.
Thank you.
All right.
The pole and the wires and the anchors for the
guy wires, yeah.
wires.
Just got to guy it down.
So just to tap into his question there, it sounds like he's thinking raising it higher will give him more channels. Is that correct?
Well, he's right in front of a tree. I mean, exactly where he needs to look is the thickest part of the tree also. But the tree is very tall, so he'd have to do 40, 50 feet minimum just to get above the tree.
Got a lot of channels even with that tree there.
But the rule of thumb is if you double the height of your antenna, you gain 3 dB. So 3 dB in the digital world basically means you'll go from a picture that won't lock in, that's pixelating and coming and going, and it will lock in. So it's sometimes it's not worth it to double the height. Like if you were 40 and you had to go 80 feet, that's a lot of expense to go 80 feet just to get one more or two more channels.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets over 40 channels.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of channels.
With a little antenna.
Yeah.
That is really awesome. For those of you who've never heard that, it's worth repeating. If you're tired of paying the expensive cable bill, and listen, Jim George makes a living selling cable TV to people. So the fact that you actually give information about how to avoid paying you,
right?
That's pretty cool.
It's a great device.
So you can get an antenna just like in the old days.
Yep.
But it's considered a digital antenna, right?
And I get mine from Ken's Antenna in Marion, Markets of Marion.
Market of Marion, yeah.
Because he charges a reasonable price. He's full of the information, and if you ever wanted him to install it, he would install it for you.
Yeah.
You could go to Best Buy and buy it for probably the same price, but you don't get the expertise.
Do you know what Robin did? Robin gave up her cable and now uses Netflix through her, what do you call it, internet.
Yeah, my internet.
Yeah, well, Netflix and this outside antenna would be perfect for you because you get all the Orlando channels, all the Gainesville channels, all the networks, NBC, ABC, CBS, and you get My TV, This TV, you get all the movie channels that have come along associated with a major network. That added to your Netflix, you'd have...
Well, I think I'll do that.
You would have over 7. It depends on how tall, but if you could go 30 feet above the ground, you should be sufficient.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful.
Looks like we have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Jim George, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If I had a tall antenna, could I split to 3 different TVs in 3 different locations?
Yes, no problem. And if you can buy a splitter that does it, and you can also buy an amplified splitter, which they call it unity gain, which means what goes in comes out and there's no loss.
That is beautiful.
Yes.
You're just going to save me one heck of a lot of money.
Well, good.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank.
Yeah, literally, you probably saved Doug. Let's see, has he had it a year now? So what is 12 times, let's say his cable bill was only $50, which it was probably more like $80, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's a $600, just if it was $50. Wow.
Exactly.
Right,
That's a lot of money.
exactly.
Wow.
And now Lowe's does sell a telescopic mask. It is about $150, and they do not stock it. They order it for you. It is quite heavy. It probably weighs, I would say 40 pounds. But it's 15 feet tall. You put 3 foot in the ground, and it's telescopic. So then you loose the screw, and you raise it up 10 feet and tighten it. Loosen another screw, raise it up 10 feet and tighten it. And it's got rings or collars on it, so you can attach guide wires to it. So it's a perfect television mask for about $120 at Lowe's, but that will get you about 40 feet above the ground.
Oh, okay.
And you had gotten a 20-foot long pole, right?
Yeah,
and
two
then
tens.
put the and then put the Ken's antenna on top of that. So that's all we need to do then.
That's
and then
basically
just
all you
screw it
really
into
need.
the
Yeah.
side of the house, and then we're fine.
Yes,
I don't need
exactly.
guide wires or anything like that.
If you just do,
Excellent.
are you a single story or two story?
Just one story.
Yeah, then you're fine. Yep. And there's you want to get above your own roof. Mm-hmm. That's the deal.
Oh, okay.
Do you have any gadgets
Good, I'll
Robin
do
can
that.
put on top of her rain barrel to prevent drowning the squirrels?
Yeah, I got to get like some kind of lid to. Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm actually trying to drown squirrels.
Oh, you are?
So I better get
Well.
me,
Well, Robin
I better
has-
get me a rain barrel.
Robin
Yeah,
has become
that's
very
right.
good at it. Robin is very good at it, actually.
Get a rain barrel with no lid.
Yeah, they do make.
I'm thinking of a little grate to put on.
Yeah,
top.
just get a barbecue type grate, the round ones.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a great idea.
I'll do that.
A great idea.
I love that.
Everybody
Thank you very
throws these
much.
great. You drive down any subdivision area, back street, you'll see people throwing barbecue grills away, all burnt out in the bottom. Just grab the lid.
There you go. I got a mission tomorrow.
There you go. Dumpster diving. Here we go.
That's right. Here, my first time.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, this is Frank again.
Yes.
Jim George, I see potential problem.
Okay.
There's 3 places where the TVs are belong to different people. Are they all going to have to watch the same channel?
No.
No?
No. The antenna picks up
Excellent.
multiple channels in a certain direction. It does have a rotor on it or router on it that lets you turn it north, east, south, to west. But if it's aimed in a
Okay.
if it's aimed in a southerly direction, you should get about 40 channels, and if it's aimed in a northerly direction, you'll get the Gainesville channels, which would be about 6. So if you just leave it aimed south, everybody gets the use of all the Orlando channels.
Hey, that'd be good enough.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about tenants. I'll be in control of the antenna.
Yes, you will.
Thank you, Jim George.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It is a good idea. Really good
That's
idea.
a great
I love
idea.
that idea. Just
Hey, and they're cheap enough that literally you could give each one of those people their own 20-foot mast and their own antenna and say, here, done. It's part of your amenity.
Oh, for your rent.
that's true.
Yeah.
that's true.
That's a
Yeah,
good
it's a
idea.
$70 investment for the antenna, another $30-something. Let's assume he has Ken install it, and Ken charges, $150 for each. That's all the equipment, all the labor, and everything.
Wow,
So one time he's done.
that's wonderful.
And I can vouch for it because I have helped Doug with his, and it's amazing to me the clarity of the picture. It's so
Yes.
perfect.
It is. It's got a built-in amplifier, so it not only picks up the signal, but it amplifies it.
Do you know what I noticed? One thing though, and I don't know if this is just the settings that I don't know how to set, but sometimes the picture doesn't fill the whole screen.
Yes, that's because the definition of the picture is either standard def or high def. So,
Oh, okay.
So if it's a high def, it's going to try and fill the whole screen. If it's a standard def, it's already earmarked to a certain size.
Oh, okay.
And so it formats.
I mean, it's not that small. It's just like a little border
Right, yeah.
around it.
Oh, like your old TV shows from like
Right.
the 70s and 80s. You've got that
Which
border.
Doug loves those old
Yeah,
TV shows.
Yeah, but you can still see it on the TV screen, right?
Right.
Oh yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's big enough. I was just wondering about if
Yeah.
I maybe could set it differently.
You know, Doug needs to continue the search. In other words, he's found the channels he likes, and so he watches those.
Right.
But there's a ton of channels out there.
He's
He
looking for the Playboy channel. He can't find it.
yeah.
How do we get a hold of you when you're not on the radio show?
Sure, it's 854-9795.
And call us if you need that repeated, and share the video with other people. I think Jim's information is useful for so many people. So many great ideas, great tips. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. British voters took a